Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, the Too Opinionated podcast could really use your help. And it's easy, it's free. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, imdb.com, named us a top 100 podcast. We came in at number 82. That's a big deal because there's 15 million podcasts and growing. So to be named to anybody's top 100 list, pretty big deal for us. And the way you can help is to go to imdb.com, look up the Too Opinionated podcast, and that's it. Just bringing our page up. That traffic really helps us out. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. All we ask is that you subscribe. It's also free, but that really helps us to attract these amazing guests that we keep bringing on the program. And that's it. 2 easy ways for you to support us, and we would really appreciate the help. Now let's get to that interview. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated. I'm so excited today. I've got actor Ryan Allen with me. So welcome, Ryan.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
You know, I'm a bit of a fan of yours. You've showed up on a lot of shows that I love. You know, I like the science fiction, the nerdy.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff. So you've hit a bunch of those. Loved you on Strange New Worlds. Thought you did a great job on that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I grew up a huge Star Trek fan. So
really?
That was like a dream come true. Little Ryan, like I would say I was about 7 or 8. I was hooked on the original Star Trek with William Shatner.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. I had a replica bridge and I had all the action figures. I was that guy.
Was it made by Mego?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't remember.
They made a lot of that stuff back then.
I feel like it was pretty authentic. Yeah.
I bet it was. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I had William Shatner came through town a couple years ago, doing his kind of one-man show, and I got to moderate with him. So,
oh wow,
it was unbelievable. I had like they showed Wrath of Khan,
yes,
to the audience, and while they're showing that, me and William Shatner are backstage having dinner, just the two of us.
Oh,
unbelievable. And
that's amazing.
Then, then we come out on stage and I'm just tossing questions.
Okay.
And, I only had to ask like 4, and he talked for 2 hours.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He's good at that. He did not need me. I just, but I was fine hanging out on. I had the best room, best seat in the house.
Yeah, it's funny you say Wrath of Khan. I was on set recently shooting something, and all the actors were debating best sci-fi movie of all time, and no one could decide what it was. And I was just eavesdropping, and I kind of stuck my head and I said, "How about Wrath of Khan?" Yeah. And that ended up winning. So classic movie.
Great movie,
so good
for so many reasons.
Yeah.
Love that movie. Loved you on Scott Pilgrim too. You had a little role on there.
Oh yeah. We're going way back now. That's 2010 maybe. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I put myself through college, owned a couple of comic book stores. It was back in the 90s.
Okay.
But that never really left me. I got out of the comic business, but still a big fan. And Scott Pilgrim, that was a comic first.
Okay. This is true. Absolutely.
Well, so Ryan, let's start this way. Tell me a little bit about what got you into acting. Difficult profession. What made you want to be an actor?
Well, I got to be honest. I wasn't like as a kid, I wasn't ambitious in the sense of like, you know what, I want to be an actor, because I have lots of actor friends who always knew they wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
What I had were 2 really awesome parents who just put me in everything. Yeah. And so they put me in choir, they put me in speech arts, they put me in a lot of sports. As a kid, I played a lot of sports. That was probably my first love. But they did put me in speech arts, competitive speech arts. So I would go around giving speeches against other.
That's actually really good parenting, because most of the time that's the terrifying part as you're growing up, is having to be in front of people like that. So if they helped you with that, that's pretty
100%. And so I had a teacher in grade 8 named Mrs. Griffin who's like, "You can do all this stuff. Why don't you audition for the Arts High School?" And I was a bit skeptical. She's like, "No, it's a great school." So I went to the audition, and in my they broke us up into smaller groups to go audition, and it was me and 6 other girls. And I
Yeah.
thought, these are pretty good odds. I think I'll stick around. um, and I ended up
Chances
getting
are they're probably going to need a male in there somewhere.
yeah, the pretty good odds. They're gonna need. So I ended up getting in, and then I fell in love with doing this arts high school specialized in musical theater. So I
Oh,
did a lot of musicals in high school, and I got
can
like,
you sing?
yes, I'm a trained
Oh,
opera singer. I went to opera
oh,
school.
really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I studied in Italy actually as well. So a lot of
What
singing over
made you
here.
choose opera?
It's a funny story. So I was in a comedy group in high school, sketch
Yeah,
comedy, right?
yeah.
And I thought, oh, it'd be a great idea if we did like Matrix, the opera.
Oh, I love that
So,
actually.
right. So I had this little bit where, Neo leans back away from the bullets. And I
Yep.
went, oh no, here comes a bullet. And there was actually happened to be an opera teacher in the audience. And she was like, you can really do that. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, if you study with me for a year, I'll get you into the best opera school in Toronto and the university in Toronto. And I said, sure. And she did. She taught me an Italian song. She taught me a German song. She taught me a French
Sweet.
song.
And
And
you got to go over to Italy to
I did.
train
Yes,
some?
I did. Went over there. I toured an opera called Gianni Schicchi by Puccini. It's actually his only comic opera. And
Oh,
what's different
great.
over there is like they treat opera like how we treat baseball games here. So you go to a baseball game and everyone's saying, "Take me out to the ball
Yeah.
game." I'm singing this Italian aria, being precious about it, and they are in the audience singing along because they've all heard it before growing up. So
Amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. You're very cultured.
I've done a lot of things. Done a lot of things, man. Done a lot of things.
That's awesome. Oh, I should have mentioned you were Peter on Cross.
Oh yeah.
Really enjoyed that show. That was a fun show.
Did you like it? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Peter wasn't the nicest guy, but
No, no.
I mean, that's kind of in acting, it's nice to be able to I'm one of those actors who I'm not trying to play myself, right? It's interesting to me to explore
Yeah.
different ways of thinking that are like not the way I would like I don't think I'm going to murder anyone, but Peter does. Why is that?
Well, that's it. If you're in the role, you got to kind
Yeah.
of figure out what motivates that role.
100%. If you want them to be a human being.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. That was
Thank you.
I'm assuming we're getting a second season for that.
Yes, there you are. I
Yeah.
can say that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've got a new one out.
Oh
Or
yeah.
coming out. You're going to the film festival.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's called Normal,
That's
right?
right.
But it's that's Bob Odenkirk. I
Oh
guess
yeah.
it's starting in that. So what's Normal about?
Okay. So normal um takes place in a small town in Minnesota. Okay.
Okay.
And so in this small town, we have a sheriff who's just died. And so they bring in a temporary sheriff who's Ulysses, played by Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
And he starts to realize that this small, sleepy, quaint town might have a seedy underbelly that is even more criminally inclined than you would think at first glance. And it's kind of a crime mystery. We're trying to figure out how bad is this town or how good
Yeah.
is this town. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
play a deputy who is a really nice guy. He's really gregarious, Deputy Blaine, but he's also ambitious. He wants to be the sheriff, and Bob Odenkirk is kind of in the way. So,
So you're in that position where you're going to need to help him, I'm assuming, at different times, but you also want his job.
exactly, you hit the nail on the head. Exactly, right?
Yeah, that could cause some tension, I think.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming that Bob's character knows that you're wanting his job.
Oh, Deputy Blaine is very clear about it. In fact, he openly campaigns for his job. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not awkward at all.
No.
So is it kind of premiering at the Toronto
Yeah.
Festival? Yeah.
This is our world premiere at the Toronto Film Festival, which is great for me because I'm at home, so I'm super excited. And we shot it in Canada as well. We shot it in a place called Winnipeg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, yeah.
people affectionately call it Winterpeg because it's probably one of the coldest places I've ever been.
Really? I
Oh,
knew it was
it's
cold,
bad.
but it's like that cold, like
It's
bone
really
chilling
bad.
cold.
It's really, really, really cold, which helped us because a lot of the scenes in normal are like a big storm is taking place. Like there's a
Oh
winter
yeah,
storm. Yeah.
yeah,
So we had a
yeah,
snow machine, but we didn't often need the snow machine. We had the real thing.
yeah. Well, so is the is the plan to premiere it there at the film festival? Is it going the film festival circuit, or is it coming out after that?
I think the plan is to do some of the film festival circuit, but I mean, bigger plan is to get theatrical release. So
Yeah,
I think they're still working on a distribution deal. And when that happens, I hope a lot of people go and see it.
yeah. I think it sounds awesome, and he's such a great actor.
Oh
What a
yeah, he really
I,
is.
I love the idea of him as a sheriff. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
probably a fun role for him.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
Derek Kolstad wrote it with him, and I'm a huge action buff, and I think the John Wick movies are like
Oh
some of the
yeah.
best action films ever made. And our film, Normal, has definitely has a piece of that as well. There's a lot of action in it, but it's also Bob Odenkirk, so it's also sometimes funny, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You need a little bit of humor. It
Yeah,
relieves the tension a little bit.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Derek turned out to be a heck of a writer.
I'd say so. Yeah. I think he'll have a career one day, this guy.
I think he might be all right. I mean, wow, those John Wick movies. I doubt that even he expected they would do what they've done.
Right. You're probably right about that.
You know, I mean, and of course, you couldn't find a more perfect John Wick than Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, he is John Wick. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how did the role come about? Was it just sending in a self tape and they picked you? Or
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
this was total self tape. But what's funny about this, it's like I've been doing acting for so long. You get these auditions and you learn your lines, but every once in a while you'll get a script, and I don't think I even practiced these lines because I took one look at it and I went, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. I got it. And so I think I said most of the lines that were in the script, but
Yeah.
I knew who the character was. I honestly knew who the character was. And
Well, that had to be a good feeling. You
it
got
was. It was. But then I didn't hear for like a couple months, right? So I think I moved on to other things. And then I got a call. They want to meet you. I had to meet Ben Whitley and Derek Kolstad on via Zoom.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so I'm thinking, wow, this could really be happening. And so we had a nice meeting. We laughed a lot for a movie that has as much suspense as this movie does. We mainly just ended up laughing,
Love that.
and I think they wanted to see if I could improvise because Bob loves to improvise. He has that sketch comedy background as too. With I don't know if you've seen Mr. Show,
Oh
but
yeah. Love
that's
Mitch Show. He also used to write for SNL.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He gets
yeah,
it.
he does get it.
You know, I kind of laugh about that because SNL when I was growing up loved it. Through the 80s and 90s and stuff. Well, then you find out that it's Bob Odenkirk and Steve Carell,
Mhm.
and Stephen Colbert doing the writing, and you're like, yeah, no wonder it was so funny.
Makes sense. 100%. So that's how it came about, and I'm so glad it worked out the way it did.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's a really good role, and I expect that movie will do really well. I
I
mean,
hope so. I mean, I
yeah,
think it's really good. You never really know till you see how people react to it. But while shooting it, there was a really good feeling, and I think people are going to enjoy themselves for
yeah,
sure. You know.
yeah, yeah. You were on Shoresy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
did a few episodes there.
yeah, and I'm in the next season 5 coming out. So I hope people
Excellent.
check that out. I'm very happy. Shoresy's really close to my heart because I grew up playing a lot of hockey.
I figured
It's
you did. Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't think that was probably too much of a stretch.
No, it's I played a lot of hockey. I still play a lot of hockey in rec leagues here whenever I can. Actually, my team, my my men's league team is going to the finals in our summer league next week.
Oh,
So
congrats.
yeah, so in the Shoresy, not a lot of acting
Well, I'm
required.
glad we talked this week because that's if you lose, maybe you're a little down.
I know. I've learned to keep my grumpiness if we lose at the rink because my wife won't stand for it. She's like,
That's
you better
right.
not come home grumpy. All right.
You're allowed to play as long as you don't get cranky.
Exactly. You got it. You got it. You know the deal.
Oh shoot. Yeah, that's really good. What was the show that Shoresy spun off of?
Oh, oh Jesus. What is it called?
Because that show was hilarious too.
Yeah, I'm losing. I can't think of it right now. Jared Keesto did
Letterkenny?
Letterkenny. There you go.
Letterkenny. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got it.
I
You
always
got
want
it.
to say Loudermilk, but that was a completely different show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Letterkenny. Yeah, that which is the reason I started watching Shoresy because I love
Really?
Letterkenny so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good shows. I'm so happy that we are now getting Canadian content here in the States. For a long
Mhm.
time, we didn't get much.
Is that so? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we didn't get much. I remember there was a show called Flashpoint.
Oh
That,
yes.
yeah, that one came over, but then that was kind of it until Schitt's Creek. Yeah, but
Right.
now we're starting to get all, and there's some good stuff being made up there.
Yeah, we know how to get it done from time
Yeah,
to time up
yeah,
here.
that's some good stuff. Oh, you did a episode, I think, Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh, I did with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
Him and I had a really intense one-on-one scene.
Oh, I remember
And
it.
yeah, and normally scene like that they schedule take you a couple hours, but I got there and said, no, we're gonna take the entire morning to shoot this scene.
Ooh,
And so there was a lot of fun working with Jeremy and just playing around,
was
figuring
this
out.
was this pre-injury or
This
after?
was
Yeah,
pre-injury. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
thought it was. Yeah,
yeah. So when I heard that happened to him, I was obviously that sucked, but he's recovering quite well, it seems.
yeah. He seems to be okay. I mean, yeah, tough guy.
Yes, yes, he is. He plays a lot of tough guys, and
He
he's a
plays a
tough
lot of
guy in
tough
real
guys, but
life
I guess
too.
he's a tough guy.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, you did a few of them. You were Jack Drake on Titan.
Okay,
I'm a big
yeah.
comic book guy.
You are,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Um,
you're Tim Drake's dad.
yeah.
Tim Drake has he has a pretty big history in the comics.
Absolutely. Funny story. Funny you bring that up because Tim Drake is played by a guy named Jay Cargo,
Yep.
who did a show called Generation Z with Ben Wheatley, our director.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when Jay found out that I booked this, he
Was
called
that
me.
the Boys spinoff, Generation Z? Is that?
It's a British show. There's another Generation Z that is this boy
Oh,
spin-off,
okay, okay.
but
This is the
it's
British
different.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a British show. Because Ben is from Sussex, England, and Jay called me. He's like, he is the best. You're gonna love working with him, and he was 100% right.
That's awesome.
So
That's
Tim
awesome.
Tim Drake gave me the A-OK to do this movie.
Well, in the comic books, there's a really good series where Tim Drake's dad
Yeah,
gets murdered.
right.
Then it's about who actually killed him, and it ends up being the wife of the elongated man. I don't know if you know him, but
Oh,
he's kind of like a plastic man. He's
yes, yes,
like
yes, yes,
a
yes.
Mr. Fantastic. He can stretch. But it turns out it's his wife, but she's under some type of mind control.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Yeah, we didn't get that on Titans, but
No, we didn't
just to
go that
let you know,
far.
Jack, he didn't make it.
Another thing that you might find interesting is that the stunt team from Titans is the same stunt team from Normal.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I don't.
Well,
I'm not,
that's a good team.
they're very good, and so I think the same guy, one of the police officers Jack Drake kills when he gets out of the truck, is also the same guy who I shoot in Normal. It's the very first person I kill in both of these two things is the same guy.
That's
Great
hilarious.
guy named Mustafa. Great actor. Great stuntman. So
He's gonna stop showing up when you're working. Loved you on Working Moms. We've had a lot of that cast been on the podcast, so thought you were
yeah.
great on that. And then I wanted to bring up. I used to run a DirecTV call center. It's been, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Okay.
But they got into the TV show making business for a little while, and
They
the first
did.
show that they made was Rogue.
Oh, yep.
And they used to show that at the call center nonstop, basically. So I watched all of it, and
Wow.
terrific show.
I love that. I love
I
working on
did
that
too.
show.
And if you go back and look, like, because it's probably been 8 or 10 years ago when that ended, but go back and look at that cast. I mean, it's loaded.
It's loaded. We have Cole Hauser on. A lot of my scenes were opposite Cole Hauser, and I knew him from Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
But now he's the man. He's Rip on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
But when we were shooting that, oftentimes he would be like, "Hey man, let's make sure, let's keep this real. So just grab me and do what you got to do." Because there's a couple scenes where I had to rough him up, and I'm like, "Oh, you're a real tough guy."
Yeah.
Just
well,
like
yeah, he's shown that with Yellowstone.
Yeah.
He kind of took it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was a good actor, fairly popular. Then he got on Yellowstone. Now he's like,
Yeah. And he used to do. I remember what I always thought super impressive about him is he does dip. At least back then when we were doing Rogue, but the character wasn't, so he'd always hide it just in time. But like he doesn't have to hide it on Yellowstone anymore.
No, it fits that character perfect.
It's great. Oh, that's a great memory. Thanks for bringing that up. I haven't thought about Rogue in a long time.
Yeah, Rogue was fun, and I wanted to bring up another one that I liked was and it was a British show. It's called Copper.
Oh yeah,
and you were on several of those.
Yeah, we played a boxer, Jasper Longfield.
That's right.
That was so much fun.
That was like one of those bare knuckle.
Exactly. Because back then they used to fight these rounds like they do 12 rounds now, but back then it would be 112 rounds.
Oh yeah. They just go till somebody couldn't go anymore.
Exactly. It took us the whole day to shoot that entire fight scene. It was, the producers came up to me afterwards and like, "We're going to take care of you." I'm like, "Okay, sure. I'm going home to bed." I wake up the next day, I get a call and it's a masseuse saying, "We've been told to come and give you a massage." Like, great. Come on over.
Come on.
Thank you, producers. I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, I'm figuring you were probably sore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. It was a very period piece.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, kind of a mystery type of, they were solving crimes, that type of thing. But yeah, I enjoyed that. And it lasted a few seasons.
It did. I love being on that because my favorite, perhaps maybe my favorite movie of all time is Gangs of New York.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Takes place in the exact era in the 6 points in New York. So when I got cast in that, I told them, "Hey, I know everything about this from watching Gangs of New York."
I don't even need to look at the script. I
don't even need it. I'm prepared.
Wasn't that Daniel Day-Lewis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What an actor.
Yeah.
He doesn't do as much anymore.
Shoes. Too busy cobbling shoes, I think I hear.
Well, Ryan, now that you've been doing this for a while, is there a genre that you haven't done that you would like to do?
Oh, that's a good question. Is there a genre that I don't know? I feel like I've done pretty much every genre. I'd like to keep doing more. I love doing period pieces, right? Yeah. Like I'd love to do some more of that. That'd be really cool.
Period really pieces cool. Are so fun just for the costumes.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And I'd love to do a biopic on a man named Paul Robeson.
Who is that?
He's a black opera singer from the 60s. He was one of the first black opera singers, but he also became an actor, and he was a football player as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he was a part of the civil rights movement in the United States. So like he attached himself to a lot of cultural movements that were super impressive. And so I think a lot of people don't know about him. So I'd love.
That sounds like something you need to write.
Exactly. Hey, you got it, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
Write and star in.
Right, exactly.
I was going to say, I know a guy that can sing opera. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, that's pretty. Do you have like plans at some point to step behind the camera?
You know, I would love to. I think
Yeah.
at some point I'd love to direct something. I did co-write and co-produce my first movie during the pandemic.
Oh, so
It was
you
a
you
horror
made good
movie.
use of your time.
I,
A lot of
I
us didn't make as good a use of that time.
Well, I got lucky. I had a group of friends who are all kind of in the industry, and we work, but we never really worked together. And so
Yeah,
we said, "Oh, nothing's shooting right now. Let's see if we can make something."
yeah,
And
that's
so
smart.
we did, and it was a great experience.
Yeah, I love that. The like the first 2 weeks we were locked down, I was like, well, this isn't so bad, you know, just kind of take it easy. But then it got old really quick,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and it just kept dragging on. I'm like, I'm ready to get in there, get out there and do something.
I was fortunate in the first part of the pandemic lockdown because I had met who is now my wife while doing a show uh, January, February, March of 2020, and then the lockdown started. And I
Oh,
said, "Well, if we're locking down, why don't you just come lock down with me?"
that's right.
And she never left. So I figured, let's get married. So
That's
we had,
pretty. That's a good story.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
a pandemic couple.
We are one of those ones. Yep.
Does she act as well?
She does absolutely. We met actually doing a play, and but she's an actor. She's the lead of a movie called Lakeview that's out in the festival circuit right now.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
they're going to Chicago in September, so that'll be fun for her.
Yeah, that's pretty great. That's
Yeah,
pretty great. Do you guys travel together if you're not working?
like if you mean if one of us is doing a show
Yeah,
and
if
the
one
other
of you is
isn't,
working, the other one's not. Do you travel together?
we like to if it makes sense for
Yeah.
sure. For because it's nice to have that support and
Well, it is. Yeah,
yeah,
especially those long days, and then
uh-huh.
somebody waiting on you. That's a little easier, I think.
Yeah, and it's also like sometimes in this career you're gone for a really long time, so we definitely visit each other. Like when I shot this movie, I was gone for at least 3 months, and she came and spent a couple weeks with me, which is super nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to have that support. And that's one good thing when you're both, in the same industry. You
Yeah,
understand. At least
exactly.
you give each other some leeway there because
Hmm.
you get it. It's a
It
hard industry.
helps with self tapes as well too.
Oh yeah, because you actually have somebody to kind of read
Yeah,
off
to
of.
read the lines. I have a friend of mine who's married to someone who's not in the business at all, and so the work that he has to do to try and get her to read the lines with a little bit of feeling. I don't have to do.
I uh I got to help a friend out with a table read one time,
Okay.
and I couldn't act. I'm too much of an introvert. I get in my head and I couldn't do it. But I was like, well, I could just read it. I was like, that's fine. So I was like, I can do that. Well, they're doing their table read, and I only have one line. That's all I had to read, one
Okay.
line, and it's coming around. And I'm like, I'm so nervous. I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't know if I can do it. And
Hmm.
it's kind of like when you're in school and you're reading ahead because your turn to read's coming up, so you're trying to
Yeah,
practice
yeah.
your head and stuff. So I'm all worked up, nervous. Well, it just so happened that when the line comes up, another actor, not that I'm an actor, but an actual actor, mistakenly read the line. So
Stole your line?
stole my line.
That's
So
not cool.
my first reaction is, oh, thank God. I read it. But then immediately I was like, oh, I was like, oh, my big moment.
They didn't circle back for you? Oh man. You should have stole one of their lines.
I was like, well. It was still a great experience.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. But yeah, it made me laugh because I was so nervous and then didn't even get to say it. I should have just like randomly thrown it back in there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like an echo.
I'm just going to get this line in. Oh shoot. Hudson Rex
Oh
on that
yeah.
one too. That show has had Maybe not surprisingly, it's really well written, but it's
People
had a
love that
very
show.
long shelf life.
Oh yeah, the people love that show. They really
Yeah.
do love that show, and I like being on that show. It was the first time I got to work with a dog. Um, Such a diva, that dog. No,
Yeah.
it was great. It was great. It was a really good time. And they shoot that out in a place called Newfoundland, the east coast of Canada, which is
Oh yeah.
absolutely beautiful. Like if you get out to the coast where you can see the water, it's gorgeous. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've had some of the actors from I don't know if you know the show Son of a Critch,
Oh yeah.
but it's in Newfoundland,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they all say is like it's amazing out there.
It is. It almost looks like it's not real, like AI created it, but it's no, it's beautiful. It's like, am I really looking at that? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
that.
yeah, that's not a terrible place to go work at though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's when it's not raining, at least it doesn't rain on.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that too. We have that trouble in West Virginia. It's
Oh yeah,
because it's very humid most of the time, and we tend to get a lot of rain. Yeah, not
gotcha.
so much this summer. It's been pretty dry, but that's
Pretty
unusual.
dry.
Yeah. Did you do an episode of Blue Mountain State?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. To this day, that still is the role where strangers will yell my lines out to
Yeah.
me on this because it's such a cult following, and it's if you're
I,
like one of
I
those.
hear it's coming back.
I've heard that too. I haven't heard any offers, but I've heard that
I
them.
don't say you may get a call.
Yeah, it's coming back, but like people who love football or sports and that kind of bro culture,
Yeah.
it doesn't get old, right?
No,
So
it's definitely got a cult following.
absolutely, I'll be out somewhere for dinner or a bar, and someone will come up to me and say, "Hey, we suck titties." Okay, I guess you saw the show. Nice.
Well, I was late I didn't watch it when it first came out. I
Uh,
came to it late, but
okay,
it's pretty hilarious.
it's so silly.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah. I'm kind
silly.
of excited for it to come back.
That'd be great. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Alan Ritchson is my character. He and I are face off in that show, and he's done really well with Reacher. And we shot another movie
Well,
in Winnipeg, actually.
he was on Titans.
He was
Yeah,
exactly.
he was Hawk.
He was. He left the season I came,
Oh
so
yeah.
we just
Yep.
missed each other. Yeah.
Yeah, because was that the year he because he comes back for an episode where he's like in purgatory or somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Was that
Exactly.
that same year or was that the
That's the season 3, I think. I think that's that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I was disappointed. I was always a Hawk and Dove fan. I hated to lose him, but you knew where he was going.
Oh yeah.
Bigger and better.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
that's a large man.
He certainly is. He
Yeah. And
certainly
he
is.
keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, he puts that work in the gym. I remember on set we would like Blue Mountain State at lunch break. We'd all go eat, and he'd go work out.
Amazing. I mean, you didn't go work out with him?
I worked out in the morning, but he also worked out in the morning and then worked out.
Well, when those guys, they almost have to work out twice a day. I don't know how they
Yeah.
do it. I go to the gym 2 or 3 days in a row, and I got to take a day off. These guys, they're working 7 days a week, like twice a day,
Yeah,
and probably working a little harder than what I'm doing.
well, imagine you had to do this podcast with your shirt off.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's true. That's true. If the rule was you had to be shirtless for the podcast, I might work a little harder at the gym.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I need.
Yeah.
I need that type of motivation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just to dial it in.
Exactly.
Yeah, my brother has been out of country for several years. Worked for the government, was out of country. Well, he moved back home recently, and his youngest son has been dragging him to the gym with him, and he goes at like 5 a.m.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and then I'll see him, around lunchtime, and he's already falling asleep. He's dying, and so his son just keeps getting bigger. He's getting bigger, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I'm not seeing this work that you're doing at 5 o'clock. And he's like, well, because mostly I'm sleeping.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
That early morning stuff is great,
Yeah.
but you got to be kind of young to do it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I like to go to the gym in the morning as well. Like I'll go to the gym at around 5:45, 6 o'clock.
That's early.
It is, and I definitely, there's a crash that happens around 2 o'clock, but I just call that coffee o'clock. I have a nice double
Recharge.
espresso and I'm back in the game.
Yeah, my father, he's 85, but we've got a standing 10 o'clock at the gym. So I tend to go at 10 o'clock, and 3 or 4 times a week he'll show up
Oh, excellent.
and do his he does the little bit of weights, nothing, just machines, and then he gets on the treadmill for a mile or so, and he's there for like 30 minutes and out.
And you said he's 85?
He's 85. Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him. He was an athlete growing up, so he's always been kind of athletic, but he still golfs, and he still shoots under his age.
Oh, that's impressive.
I mean, I've tried to golf with him. I am terrible. All it does is make me mad.
Okay.
And he's out there when he was younger, he was pretty much a scratch golfer. He can play.
Is he still walking? Or is he karting now?
No, he still walks it.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, he plays with a group of other guys that are at least 70 and up. And they still carry their own bag. It's kind of impressive.
That's very impressive.
Now, sometimes they may only get 9 holes in instead of 18, but still. That's what he said. He's like, we're going back today to finish the 18. Yeah, we're doing the back 9 today.
Good for him. Good for him.
Oh, shoot. Orphan Black.
Yeah.
Had an appearance on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a terrible show to pop in on.
Not at all. Not at all. I really enjoyed working on that show.
Were you a bad guy on that show? I'm trying to remember.
I was helping a bad guy, but I think I thought I was a good guy. But yeah, I guess perhaps. As an actor, you never really think of it yourself as bad or good. You're just doing what you think
you were bad guy adjacent.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. I'm trying to remember the name of the director of that episode. I can't remember, but she was a very famous voice actor, and I didn't realize it when I was working with her because she'd give me direction. I felt myself starting to get a little emotional.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is that? And it turns out do you remember that movie, The Land Before Time?
Of course.
She's Littlefoot's mother. And I remember she played Littlefoot's mother. And that's the first movie, my cassette tape my dad ever got me.
Yeah.
And I remember being heartbroken when Littlefoot's mom dies. So she's like, talking to me, Ryan, I need you to drive the car in here and da-da-da-da. Not sad stuff, but I'm like, I'm not feeling sad listening to your voice.
You'd be like, what's happening to me?
Yeah, I know. I couldn't. It's bothering me not remembering her name.
That is one of the saddest scenes in any movie.
Absolutely.
It's right up there with Bambi's mother.
Oh, right.
I saw Bambi at the drive-in theater, and back then they'd show like an actual movie or a cartoon like a Bambi, and then they would show an actual movie, after.
Okay.
So you go and they'd let us watch the animated movie, and then we had to get in the back and just go to sleep basically while the regular movie's on. But we saw Bambi, and I still remember my younger brother just bawling, like it just destroyed him when Bambi's mother died. Yeah,
Helen Schaefer, that's her name.
Helen Schaefer, yeah, of course.
There you go, Helen Schaefer. So yeah, she's a great director and a very good voice actor. So yeah, she's like, Ryan, I need you to drive the car in here. Make sure you look tough. And I'm thinking, okay, good. Excuse me.
Well, did you eventually tell her?
Well, I didn't realize it until I had wrapped and I'm at home and I'm thinking, let me just Google her. And I'm like, I'm looking at director things. And I'm like, let me look at the voice stuff. Like, oh, Land Before Time. This is why Littlefoot.
It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to mention that you were on C.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was such a fun show. Love that show.
So I got the offer for that show, and I was saying, yes, of course. And then a day later, I got a call from the stunt coordinator saying, yeah, we need to make sure that take the course so you can work at heights. And like, excuse me? Like, oh yeah, so you have this fight scene, it's 40 feet in the air, and then you got to jump off the platform. No one said anything about this in the audition or anything, and I'm terrified of heights.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm doing the show, so we'll figure it out. So I ended up doing it, and it's a world class stunt. So like they're not going to let anything happen to you.
That's right.
But you are jumping from 40 feet in the air, right? Even though you're attached to a bungee cord, and so it was fine in the moment. So as an actor, I'm thinking I'm swinging my sword, I'm fighting, I'm in the moment, I'm running, I jump. That's all great. Then they go cut. They go, all right, let's reset, and they slowly pull you up. Now I'm Ryan.
Like
now I'm Ryan. Ryan doesn't like this.
Yeah, I would not like that.
Commander Guitar doesn't mind, but Ryan is like, this ain't good. But I'm glad I did it. And then I remember they asked me afterwards, hey, so you did it. It looked great. So you conquered your fear. I said, no, I was right. That was scary. I just did it. I don't feel better about it.
They didn't make you redo it though, did they?
I must have done it 15 times, man.
Well, was it just as bad every time, or did you start to get used to it?
No, it was always bad.
Yeah, see, that's the way I am too. It wouldn't matter if I did it a million times. I'd still be scared coming back up.
It was always bad.
Yeah. My dad has this thing where he has that fear of heights, but it makes him want to jump. So you can't let him near balconies and stuff.
Sounds like a daredevil.
I'm like, come on, Dad, get away from the edge there. When we vacation, they are not high up in the hotel. We stay near the ground.
It sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. And I was like, I've never seen him attempt to jump, but he always tells us that. He's like, yeah, want to jump. Oh, shoot. Well, Ryan, thank you for taking a little bit of time. This has been terrific. So the movie is Normal.
You got it.
Premiering at TIFF, and then we'll see where it goes.
You got it.
But it's coming out at some point.
It will be coming out, and people are going to love it. It's going to be a bit of everything. We got action. We got some comedy. We got some mystery. It's a thriller. I'm super proud of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see it and love Bob Odenkirk. So can't wait to see it. He's got another one out now, right? He's got a
Nobody 2.
Nobody 2. Yeah. I just saw him on. Let me see which one it was. Jimmy
Kimmel,
it wasn't Kimmel.
Oh,
it was the Tonight Show. What?
Oh,
Fallon. It was Jimmy
Fallon.
Yeah. He was just on there talking about that one. He got a little buffed up for.
Bob has been putting in work, man. I'll tell you, this guy's working out. He's strong. I grabbed his shoulder one day and I was like, man, you are jacked under here. He's like, yep, I've been working. I've been working out.
Because you never would have, all the character he's played up to this point of time, you would not have expected him to kind of buff up and be an action type of hero. Yeah. He's pretty good at that too.
He needs it, because I'll tell you, I don't want to give away too much, but there's some fight scenes in this movie where he goes and he does it. He's doing it, most of it himself, and it looks good, and he's taking the hits and giving the hits, and he's in good shape, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Did you have to change your training for the movie, or is it just business as usual for you?
I'm always training.
Well, I know. That's why I was saying, did you have to do anything different, or was it just...
No, I think, I didn't do it much different. And you know what's funny is I do these races called High Rocks. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I saw you did that. I was going to ask you what that was.
So it's a new fitness race. It's built in Germany, and it's coming over to North America. And I had just finished my first High Rocks race a week before I went to go shoot this movie. So I was in good shape to do some of my own stunts. But essentially, and it sounds crazy every time I try to explain it to people, there's 8 exercises, and after every exercise, you run a kilometer. Okay. Gosh. And the exercises are things like you push a sled that's about 400 pounds, 50 meters, then you pull it with a rope. Then you
So you do 8 kilometers in addition
Yeah.
All these exercises that you're
Oh
doing.
yeah. Absolutely.
That sounds brutal.
It's fun.
Kind of
It's a
sounds like
grind.
football practice, like American football practice
A
when I was
little
growing
bit, a
up.
little bit like that. And that's what's beautiful about this race is like it's a combination of people who are long distance runners or more the football, rugby power type.
Yeah.
And so it's a mix of different physiologies and like who's going to come out on top. It's super interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll check it out. Yeah. And you think it's coming our way?
Yeah, there's one. There's a bunch in the States now. The next one that's coming to Toronto is in October. I actually signed up for the one in Belgium where my sister lives in December. It's a lot of fun, and you can just go and be a spectator as well.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I've got the running down. I can run.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
now
All
we'll
right.
see about the rest. There's been times in my life where I was kind of bulked up, but now
Okay.
I'm more of a runner now, so my lifting is more to support the running instead of the other
Gotcha.
way around, but
Well,
I
the
can get the
race is
running
on
part.
like 60% of the race is running, so you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, yeah. Still got to be able to push that sled though. Well, Ryan, before I let you go, anything else that you're working on that we can keep an eye out for?
Yeah, I just shot a movie called Being Human.
Yeah,
It is Sian Heder's new film.
yeah.
Check it out. It's basically loosely based on the 1977 sit-in to make sure that nobody could ever lose their job because of a disability.
Oh, yeah.
It was led by Judy Heumann, and yeah, I had a lot of fun shooting it. We shot that here in Toronto. There's a lot of actors who are in wheelchairs, and it's the first time I've had that experience. And so to have a chance for them to have accessibility, I was super proud to be a part of. You know what
That's
I mean?
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Visibility and accessibility.
And it's not out yet, but it's coming.
No, no, it is coming. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Where can we find you on social media?
I'm actually one of those people who don't do social media. I try and just kind of stick to my
Well,
own
you need
self.
to get a person to
I
just
need
do
to
it
get a
for you.
person. You absolutely well. This hopefully this is what normal's gonna do for me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very good, very good. Ryan, open invitation. Whenever you have something, come back, please.
Okay, I really enjoyed this, man. You know your stuff, and you're a very funny guy.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, hold on one second. Ryan Allen, he was fantastic. Talented actor. When I was researching, going through all the things that he has done, I've seen most of them, and he's been good in all of them. I absolutely love him as an actor. We hit most of what I wanted to touch on. He had an appearance on Law and Order Toronto. He did a episode of Digstown. He was on Killjoys. We've had several of those actors. That was a really good science fiction show. He did an episode of Taken. Let's see, Saving Hope. He was on really good medical show, and I think I touched on the rest, but absolutely just a terrific actor, and obviously very in shape, very very in shape. The movie is Normal. It's premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival soon, and then hopefully we'll get that released shortly thereafter. Looking forward to it. If you guys found us for the first time, I'm so happy that you're here. Love to have your support. Easy to do. It's free. Our website's meistercon.com. You can find over 1,000 episodes there, audio and video versions. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please subscribe. It's free. Really does help us out. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Bye, everybody.